Hello everyone, my name is Chris Phelps and welcome to my Florida All-State Etude series. Today we're going to be working on the middle school All-State Lyrical Etude. It's out of the Rubank Advanced Method Volume 1. It's on page 37 and it's number 22. Remember, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the subscribe button at the top of your screen, ring the bell so you get notifications of when I put new videos online, and hit the like button on the bottom of your screen. Let's get started. So now that we've listened to the etude, I'm going to discuss the three parts that I think would be most challenging for a middle school student. The first one is in the third measure where we have to descend and still achieve a nice even crescendo. The second part is right after the repeat where we have to go from an F in the staff to an E flat on top of the staff, almost an octave leap while still achieving that legato sound all the way through. The final part is at the very end where we have to get really soft and beautiful pianissimo low Fs. So let's start to work on that first section. A crescendo while descending through the register can be extraordinarily difficult because whenever we go lower on the horn, we aren't going to get as much sound. It's not going to be as loud. All we need for this part is a piece of paper. And what we're going to do is we're going to blow air. The air on that C in the third measure is going to be faster air, and we want to think E. The air for that F is slower air. We want to think O. I like to think about the feeling of when we eat something very hot. We have to think, we do that with our mouth. That's the feeling that we're going to get when we play that F on the bottom of the staff. So now we're going to go between those, where we're going to do it fast. And we're going to have this piece of paper in front of us. We have this in front of us because we want it to be blowing the whole time, even when we have that hotter, slower air. Watch me. See how even though I was going, the paper kept this way? That's what we want. Watch me again. Now we're going to take that same concept and put the horn to it. We're going to go extremely slow. We're not going to play the rhythms, just play the notes in the third measure. C, B flat, A, G, and F. And now I want us to crescendo through, thinking E and then O. More air, but slower air on the bottom. This second part can be very, very difficult. How do we achieve those huge leaps from F, this is after the repeat, from F to E flat while still maintaining that legato sound? We're going to start by doing this on the mouthpiece. I want you to buzz that F. And whenever we buzz, notice how I only use two fingers. I'm not gripping it like this. I'm only using two fingers. This is so we don't use too much pressure. Buzz that F again. Now we're going to buzz the E flat. Now we're going to go between those two notes and we're going to do it super smooth. I want us to hit all the notes in between. Just like before, with the lower notes we think O, the higher note we think E. I want you to blow air through those. Now we're going to do it on the horn. We're going to use 1 for the F, and then we're going to add the thumb at the very end, but we're going to blow through all the notes. It can be really gross. I want you to hit all the notes in between, thinking O for the low note and E for the top note and blowing all the way through. In our mouth, it should sound like this. Because our air is speeding up. Here we go. Now, once we have that, we just want to speed up the process and make it faster. Now that we can slur it smoothly, now we want to add the tongue. The tongue is the least important part about this whole process. First, we want to make sure the air is there, and then we want to make sure the notes are there, and then at the very, very end, we add the tiniest little bit of tongue. In the last part of this excerpt, we have to play Fs below the staff, and we have to play them at a pianissimo volume. This can be really hard because we have to use super slow air, just like I talked about at the beginning. And your mouth is going to be O, and your air is going to be like you got some really hot food in your mouth and you're trying to cool your mouth down. And I want you to try that on your mouthpiece. Try blowing that really hot air in your mouthpiece. If you're doing it right, you should almost hear nothing at all. A lot of students will blow fast air, and this is what it'll sound like. That's not the sound we want. We want almost silence. And once we have that, I want you to start working your way down from a comfortable note. My comfortable note would be C, middle C, which is right below the staff. I'm going to start there, and I'm going to go down the C major scale until I get to F. And the whole time, I'm going to be thinking that hot air. And as I go lower, as I descend, I want to be thinking even hotter food in my mouth, even more open, even more O, slower air. The key is to be super relaxed. The other thing we can do is to make sure that our air is not blowing downward, but it's blowing upward. We don't want it to be blowing down here. We want it to be blowing up. So what you can do is put your hand in front of you, and I want you to blow down at the bottom of your palm. That air is for like an F in the middle of the staff, like we played at the very beginning. And F below the staff air, which we're playing right now, which you can see on your screen, is going to be up here at our fingertips. So F in the staff is going to be down here. That's faster air. Slower air is going to be aimed at our fingertips. Now I want you to try that. I want you to think about aiming your air all the way up here at your fingertips as we go down. And if you think that slow air and you think that upward air direction, you should be able to hit those notes extremely softly and extremely well. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please hit subscribe button at the top, hit the like button at the bottom. Follow my Instagram. It's Chris Phelps Horn on Instagram. I hope you have a great day, and I can't wait to see you next time.